Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new live stream. This is Tosif, and the time right now is 10:32 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. 10:32 p.m. in the Central Time Zone, and I'm in Wisconsin. My friends, as you are tuning in, please tell us who you are and where you are from. If you are new, we would love to know your name. You don't have to give your full name or your real name. You can just give us a name that you would like us to call you by, okay? Give us your name and the state that you're from, if you are from the United States of America. And if you are from outside the United States, then tell us what country you are from, okay? So this is for the new viewers. And if you have been watching these live streams, participating in the live chat for weeks or months, thank you for doing that. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all the support. Now, today's live stream, at the very start, I put it in subscriber only mode. What that does is it helps prevent a lot of spam comments, just spam in the live chat window. Anyone can watch this. Anyone can watch this. Subscriber or not subscriber, you can watch it. But if you want to participate in the live chat, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to share your views, your thoughts, your opinions, whether you agree, whether you disagree, if you want to ask questions, if you want to be a part of the great conversation that we have in the live chat, then you need to subscribe. It's very easy. You have to subscribe and wait for 2 minutes. That is such a low threshold, 2 minutes. All you have to do is subscribe, wait for 2 minutes, and then you can participate in the live chat window. It's not an hour, it's not 2 hours, 24 hours. Although people have suggested to me that, hey, you should make the threshold higher, okay? But I said, you know what? I'm going to keep it 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Hit subscribe. Wait for 2 minutes, okay? It's very, 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 very easy. Subscribe, wait for 2 minutes, and then you can participate in the live chat. So who's here? Frank is here. Hello, Frank. Frank is the first to comment here. Thank you, Frank. Lau is here. Hi, Lau. Candy is here. Hello, Candy. Good evening. Bree is here. Bree from Michigan. Is that correct, Bree? Our friend Bree from Michigan is here. Heidi is here. Hello, Heidi. Candy, I already said. Candy is here. Candy from Idaho. Mello. Mello is writing, hey, Tosif. Hey, Mello. Is it Mello or is it Milo? If I mispronounce, please correct me, okay? Michelle is here. Michelle from Florida. Hello, Michelle. Yes, all right, okay. Mello, it's Mello. All right, Mello. Mello, where are you from? Is this your first time? I don't recall if this is your first time or not. If you would tell us, that'd be great. Let's see. North Carolina. Okay, Mello from North Carolina. Okay. We have another friend from North Carolina, Claudia Greenwood. I don't know if Claudia is here, but Mello, thank you for joining. Mello from North Carolina. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget, okay? All right. Mello says, I've been here a lot. I just didn't comment. Well, thank you, Mello, for commenting. We always encourage you to be a part of the conversation. Pearl is here. Hello, Pearl. Pearl, great to see you. Okay, so we are going to jump into the discussion. There's a lot to discuss, but we will start by talking about the drones. What is going on, my friends? What is going on with the drones? Can anyone tell me? I talked about it yesterday. On this live stream, on a live stream. The one I did yesterday, I talked about it. And at the very beginning of my live stream, I asked everyone to do a little exercise. I said, go to your nearest window or go to your patio, go to your balcony, look up, take a look at the sky, and tell us if you see drones. Tell us if you see drones. And people reported back, and I appreciate that. It was a little exercise that we did before going into the discussion, before going into the detailed discussion. So, my friends, this drone story, I don't know if story is the right word, this drone whatever, this is an ongoing event. Event is more of a positive word. It's a negative thing, whatever's going on with these drones, I mean, it's just it has got sighting, right? See, sometimes simple words are hard to come up with. Okay, sighting, this drone sighting. The sightings continue. Thank you, Candy. The sightings continue. I mean, whoever or whatever entity is doing this, we don't know. We don't know if it's an individual, or if it's an organization, or if it's a foreign entity, if it's a foreign government. We don't know who's responsible for these drones flying over American skies. We don't know. But we do understand one thing. Whoever it is probably knows that everyone in this country is talking about it. And still, the drones keep appearing. The drones keep appearing, and the reported sightings continue. So whoever is responsible for these drones, that individual or that entity or that organization or that foreign country, if it's a foreign country, they're not stopping. They're not saying, oh, people are talking about it. And they're not ceasing doing what they're doing. That is, flying these drones over American skies. I mean, this is now worldwide. Everyone's talking about it. It's not just in the US. People in other parts of the world. I mean, we are the superpower. Whatever happens in America, people talk about it all over the world. Right? The whole world knows that this is what's going on in America, that there are drones, and people are worried. People are, questioning what's going on. Everyone knows about it, and still these things are appearing. Bree is saying they're huge drones. Exactly, they are huge drones. I have seen in the news report that. Some are saying these are SUV-sized drones. Okay, different people have reported different shapes. Okay, some have said round, some have said V-shaped or U-shaped. Some have blinking lights, some have multicolored lights, some have, I don't know, some go dark. I mean, there are so many news reports. It is unbelievable. Everyone's talking about it. You see members of Congress. You see members of Congress talk in front of TV cameras, press conferences being done. People are upset. People are angry. People want answers. Local officials want answers. Local police agencies, they want answers. Members of Congress, they want answers. And we don't know what the answers are. This is, I mean, I did a, hold on. I did a poll yesterday. And I know many of you answered the poll question yesterday. Some of you who are here for the first time, or you missed my live stream yesterday, maybe you're not aware of it. I did a poll yesterday. I asked people, how concerned are you about the recent drone sightings in the United States? Okay, and the four choices were extremely concerned, very much concerned, somewhat concerned, or not concerned. 277 people responded to that poll question that I had during my previous live stream. 277 people responded, and 37% said extremely concerned. 17% said very much concerned. 15% said somewhat concerned. But when you add them up, an overwhelming majority said concerned. Some extremely, some very, some somewhat, okay, but concerned. But when you look at the extremely concerned number, it's 37%. So more than 1/3 of the people, who responded to the poll question, more than 1/3 of the people who responded to the poll question said extremely concerned. Okay? And 28% said not concerned, all right? I mean, I really want to talk to those 28% who said not concerned. Okay? I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine that somebody would say, oh, I'm not concerned. Even if you are like little concerned, you still ought to be concerned, right? How can someone say not concerned? But that's okay. I kept that as an option so people could choose it. Not concerned, 28%, that's okay. But 37% said extremely concerned, 17% said very much concerned, 15% said somewhat concerned. And when you add them up, different levels of concerns, but people are concerned. Kushi is here. Hi, Kushi. Good to see you. AC is here. Hi, AC. Good to see you, AC. Minnie is here. Edwin is here. Hello, Edwin. Gina is here. Hi, Gina. Who did I miss? AC. AC, how is your husband doing? I have to pause. I have to ask about AC's husband. How's your husband doing? Okay, he's still in ICU. Surgery will be on Monday. Okay. All right, AC. Well, please keep us posted, AC. Okay, and we are all praying for your husband's successful surgery and speedy recovery and good health, okay? All right, AC. Everyone, please keep AC Cruz and her husband in your prayers, okay? Thank you, AC. Please keep us posted, all right? Thank you. Yeah, we will keep AC Cruz and her husband in our prayers. Thank you, AC. Please keep us posted. My friends, I also have to tell you, those who are watching, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and support this channel. As many of you know, we have crossed the 10,000 subscriber mark. In fact, we are now at over 10,100 subscribers. Our goal is 100,000. Okay? I said 20,000, but then I was told, hey, how about 100,000? So I'll say 100,000. Help us get to 100,000. So please subscribe if you have not done so already, okay? All right, my friends, the Biden administration is telling people not to worry. All right, listen. I'm speechless I'm speechless. So I don't know if I should just end this live stream right now and just go sit quietly and listen to music. I mean, should I do that? The Biden administration is telling us not to worry. So should we just trust them? Should we just trust the White House, the Biden-Harris White House, and just say, all right, nothing more to discuss, really? Nothing more to discuss. Forget about it. Forget about the drones. Okay? Just because Biden, not like the Biden administration, the White House is telling not to worry. There's no threat. That's what they're saying. So I think, talking about it would be a waste of time, right? We should just, maybe end this live stream. Enjoy your Saturday night. Let's end this live stream. Let's just go and sit down and, the Biden White House has got everything under control. We have nothing to worry about, right? Really. Nothing to worry about. We got drones flying over American skies, and the White House is saying there's no threat, and just don't worry about it. What are we supposed to do? You tell me. Are we wasting our time discussing this? Are we wasting our time? You can tell me. You can tell me, Tassif, just relax. Biden administration's telling people not to worry, so just, maybe just have fun. Just relax. Nothing to worry about. Let's talk about something else. This is insane. This is really insane. We are the United States of America, the most advanced, industrialized nation in the world. We have the best military. We have the best technology, right? Although, in the 4 years of Biden-Harris administration, we have fallen behind a lot. But we have the potential to rise again and grow stronger because Trump is coming in soon. But still, as a country, we are still the global leader. We are still the global leader. And so how can there be drones the size of cars and SUVs flying over American cities, American states, and the Biden White House is telling there's no threat? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. It really is. I mean, okay, if the Biden administration is telling there's no threat, why are they not saying what these drones are? If they say, oh, there's no threat, then they must know what these drones are. Because if they don't know what these drones are, how are they saying there's no threat? Right? I mean, there are so many questions. What are these drones? Where are these drones coming from? Who's operating these drones? What's going on? What's the purpose of these drones? People demand answers. People demand answers. The American people want to know where these drones are from, what these drones are, why are these drones flying over American cities and communities, who's operating these drones. I mean, there's got to be someone operating these drones. I don't know how these drones are operated. Is it like video game? You got a joystick, you press, and it's just flying, or what? I don't know. There are so many questions, not enough answers. There are no answers. I spent a good chunk of the afternoon watching different news clips. I was at home all day, but I stayed pretty busy. I was doing some reorganizing. I decided I have to reorganize my bookshelf, do some other stuff that I didn't get to do during the week, do some cleaning, um, do stuff in my apartment, okay? And as I was doing that, I just had my earphones on, connected to my cell phone, and I was listening to the different news clips. Okay, sometimes what I do is I'll turn on some news clips and I'll just do work around the apartment and just listen. Okay, so those are videos, but I just listen rather than sitting in front of the screen and watching. So I still catch up on the news. So I was doing that, and I spent couple of hours just listening to what different people had to say. People who appeared on different networks, local TV stations, national TV, different experts. So there were reporters and law enforcement and elected officials and other people in government, private individuals who were sharing their thoughts about these drone sightings, and they were sharing with people what they saw, what they experienced, their observation, and you can just keep listening. Okay, some people said those were like there was something circular that they saw around the drone. Some said it was V-shaped or U-shaped. Some said that the drones had flashing lights. Some said the drones had, lights of different colors. Some said the drones would hover and move again fast and then go dark. I mean, so many different observations. And, people are not stupid. We know the difference between a plane, whether it's a big plane or a small plane. We know the difference between a plane and some other object that may be flying in the sky, but at a much lower level, not very high up, okay, at a lower altitude, with lights. That's definitely not a plane. I mean, a plane. And I'm not an aeronautical expert or anything, but I'm just a human being with common sense. If you see a plane, the plane keeps going, right? It can either ascend, it can either descend, and if you're near an airport, you probably see planes descending or ascending. When I travel to Chicago and I'm driving by O'Hare, I see planes that are descending. Even as I'm driving on the highway on I-90, I see planes that are descending, planes that are going up, right? You can tell. But drones are different. Drones can hover. Planes don't hover. Drones can hover. They can go up, they can go down, they can start moving fast. And those are at a much lower level, not a high altitude, thing. So for anyone in government, in federal government, to say, oh, there's nothing to worry about, those are probably planes, manned aircrafts. I mean, really, people are not stupid. People are not stupid, right? And so, and so really, there are so many questions, and we are not getting answers. It should be the federal government. It should be the executive branch of federal government. And why do I say executive branch? Because the federal government, you have three branches, right? You have the executive, you have the legislative, you have the judiciary, okay? In this case, the judiciary is different, okay? The judiciary doesn't have anything to do with, this issue. The legislative branch is very concerned because you have members of Congress, both House and Senate. You have members of Congress who are concerned. They are doing press conferences. They are concerned because they represent districts and states where these drone sightings are taking place. And so you've got the legislative branch of government, the representatives there, the senators, the representatives. They are concerned. They are asking questions. They want answers. But the executive branch of government, the legislative branch is asking questions, but the executive branch of government is not responding, is not providing answers. What is happening and who's in charge of the executive branch? It's Biden Harris. Okay? They are still in charge, Biden Harris, and their chosen cabinet members were not getting answers. We're not getting answers. The legislative branch wants to know what is going on, and the executive branch is not providing answers. I mean, this is public information. You can look up different members of Congress and the fact that they're doing press conferences. You look up New York and New Jersey, you'll see members of Congress, in addition to state officials, asking questions, in addition to law enforcement agencies asking questions. What are these drones? Where are these drones coming from? Who's operating these drones? What is going on? And we don't have answers. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I mean, where is transparency? I mean, this points to a greater problem going beyond this issue. I know everyone's talking about this issue right now. This issue seems to be number one right now because there's this big unknown. But these sightings and the executive branch's response to these sightings, it points to a bigger problem, which is lack of transparency. Lack of transparency, lack of accountability. And just the fact that the executive branch probably expects the American people to just close our eyes, close our ears, and not ask questions. Just, everything's fine, don't worry. And we're supposed to just be like, all right, great, wonderful. We're all going to go back to, living our daily lives and not just look up, just, don't look up in the sky. That's it. And everything's going to be fine, right? I mean, what are we supposed to do? We want answers. People in New Jersey want answers. People in New York, in Connecticut, in Maryland, in Tennessee, we want answers. I just saw an interview. Someone in Tennessee saw drones. And I don't have the complete list of all the states where these drones have been seen, but you can just, like I said, I spent the afternoon, a good chunk of the afternoon, couple of hours, just listening. I had my earphones on, had videos after videos that I clicked on. Okay, I click on a video, 10-minute long video. I just leave the phone on a table. I go do my thing, and I'm listening, and I'm getting all the information. Then I come back, click on the next video. And I've just been listening to news clips on the issue of drones. And it's just mind-boggling. It is just mind-boggling. We are the most advanced industrialized country, the greatest military. We are the hub of technology, right? And we don't know what these are. This is crazy. This is crazy, okay? This is crazy. By the way, my friends, Our views are going up. 153 people watching right now. Please continue to like this video. Support this channel. Okay, Frankie is here. Hi, Frankie. Suzanne is here. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. Angel is here. Angel, I don't like your statement there about Trump. Please don't say stuff like that. Trump is a great leader, and he is going to be our 47th president. Okay, who else is here? Journey to Justice is here. Our friend Rachel from Waukesha County. Rachel, good to see you. Okay. All right, who else is here? Who did I miss? Kushi, I already said. Hi, Kushi. Good to see you. Marjorie is here. Hi, Marjorie. Okay, who else? Who did I miss? Did I miss anyone? If you are here for the first time, please say first time so that we can give you a proper greeting. Okay, we like to welcome those who are watching for the first time, okay? Oh, Frankie's from Brookfield. Wow, Frankie. Frankie said Milwaukee and then Brookfield. Well, Frankie, thanks for coming back. I know you watched at least one previous video, I think, maybe more, because you've participated in the live chat. Frankie, thank you for being here. Okay, all right. Please subscribe, my friends, if you have not done it already. Subscribe and support this channel. We're going to have to go to the 100,000 subscriber milestone, right? Are we going to get there? I mean, do you feel optimistic? I know we're just at 10,000, a little over 10,000 now. But do you think we can get to 100,000? If you think we can, just say, yes, we can. All right? Although that tagline would remind us of a former president, right? Yes, we can. Who said yes, we can? It was Obama, right? Who used to say yes, we can. But you know what? That's okay. We're gonna use that statement. Okay. It's not a registered trademark. I think we can use it. Yes, we can. Right? Yes, Edwin says yes, we can. Frankie says yes, we can get there. All right. Yeah, we're gonna try to get to 100,000 together. Absolutely. Suzanne says yes, we can. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. 41 likes, my friends, in 33 minutes. This is great. Are we gonna be able to get to 100 again today? Do you think we can? Suzanne, what are your thoughts? Pearl says yes, we will. I like that, Pearl. Thank you. All right. Okay. Our friend Rachel writes, 100,000, here we come. All right. I love that. Thank you so much. So going back to the discussion of the drones, this really is crazy. I know I've said it before, and you may be thinking, Toss, if you're just saying the same thing over and over again, this is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy, because it really is crazy. It really is crazy. As days go by, the situation is becoming worse. There's growing fear. There's growing fear in the population. If the fear intensifies, then people will start panicking at some point. As the level of fear rises, people will start panicking. And when people start panicking, it's not good for society. It's not a healthy thing. I mean, think about it. Here we are. This is the holiday season. We just had Thanksgiving. We're just, days away from Christmas and the New Year. People are in holiday mood. We had a great election. We've got a new leader who's going to be coming in, our former president, soon to be 47th president again. And in spite of all the challenges that we faced in the last 4 years, people are optimistic People are optimistic about the future. There is hope, and all of a sudden there's this growing concern regarding the drones. People are supposed to be relaxing and spending time with family and friends and buying gifts and doing holiday shopping. And here are people worrying about what these drones are. And as the new year is approaching, there's just growing fear about these drones. So really, I mean, I don't know what else to say. If you have been following the news, then you've, like me, you've probably heard many people say different things about it. Where is the leadership in the administration? Where is the leadership? Where is the leadership? There's no leadership right now. With this administration in power, there's no leadership. People want answers, and we're not getting answers. And it's not just us. Law enforcement is not getting answers, local law enforcement. State officials are not getting answers. Members of Congress are not getting answers. It is just unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Let's see who's here. I have more things to talk about. I have a few different topics today. But first, let's see who's here. Cheryl is here. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. David is here. Hello, David. Pearl. Good to see you, Pearl. Dewey is here. Hi, Dewey. Solid is here. Hi, Solid. Let's see who the new subscribers are. Terry Bryan. Terry, hi, Terry. Terry Bryan. Fuzz is here. Fuzz is Aaron, right? Fuzz? I remember you are Aaron. But I can look it up. I know I wrote it down. Fuzz is Aaron from Canada. Okay. Aaron, good to see you. Thank you for coming back. NC, thanks for being here. Fepson, hi Fepson. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic. We are 38 minutes into the live stream. 48 likes already. Thank you so very much. This is great. Scott Wells is here. Scott Wells, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching this video and for supporting this channel. My friends, if you have not subscribed yet, you got to ask yourself a question. You got to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, why am I not subscribing? Why am I not subscribing? Why am I not being a part of this community? You got to ask yourself that question. There's no answer. You got to subscribe, my friends. We are freedom-loving people right here. And you want to join this community? Just hit the subscribe button. That's all. And be a part of the conversation. Thank you for liking my jacket. I know people like this jacket. This should be my live stream jacket. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. People love this jacket. I feel so great. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Okay. There are some other very important things that we need to discuss. So I'm going to continue on and go to the next topic. Um, let's see. Oh, so many wonderful compliments. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Bree. Uh, thank you, Candy. Thank you, Frankie. uh, thank you, NC. People love this jacket. Thank you for all your wonderful compliments. I appreciate that so very much. Um, I was really thinking I should get. Uh, uh, I really want to get like a white jacket. Okay, I had a very beautiful white jacket. Okay, um, and I have some pictures. This was years ago, and I have I haven't had a white jacket in a while. So I was thinking maybe I should get a white jacket. So I don't know, it um, probably look good. Frankie says Tossif is very genuine. Thank you so much. Okay, so I had this was that was a white jacket. I should look up that picture. This was years ago. I was in college, and I should. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Candy saying white leather. Yeah, it was. How do I explain it? It was a white. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to look it up. If I have a picture of me in that jacket, if I can find it, I think I can find it. I'm gonna try to show you that picture. All right. Give me 1 second. Now I'm gonna look it up before we move forward here. And I had long hair, not like super long, but I had longer hair. I'm gonna try to look it up. Just give me a little bit of time. I had a white jacket, and I'm gonna try to find another white jacket like that. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. Almost there. Almost there. I found that. Now, how am I going to post it? I found it. I just don't know how I can show that to you. How do I show that? Hold on. I'll try to show it to you. Give me 1 second. Maybe I'm going to save it. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Share screen? No, I can't. Well, I'm looking it up on my laptop, so I don't know if I can share the screen, but let's see what I can do. Let me try to figure out a different way to do this. I don't know. Let me see if I can show you this. Hold on. Okay. Yep. See? See that? Did you see that? It was a nice white jacket. I'm gonna have to get something like that again. Oh, everyone likes it. Yeah. It's very cool. You saw that, right? It's really cool. Yeah, that picture Let me tell you, that picture is from 2008. 2008. Scott says white MAGA hat with that jacket would be amazing. I agree. White MAGA hat with that white jacket would be amazing. I don't have that white jacket anymore. I think there was, I don't know, there was probably just regular wear and tear. Maybe I remember there was some kind of a tear or something. Anyway, I don't have that jacket anymore. I haven't had it. It's been gone for a while, for many years. Anyway, yeah. See, we went in a totally different direction with the conversation here. I was looking up that jacket. All right. See, so everyone likes. Michelle has a great idea. Michelle says with a red Corvette for sure. I don't have a Corvette. I don't have a Corvette. A Corvette would be awesome. I don't have a Corvette. All right. Yeah, I know a red Corvette would be great. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad everyone liked my white jacket. I still miss that jacket. Okay. I still miss that jacket. All right. Okay. This is so cool. This is so cool. You know, if you follow me on Facebook, you know, I share a lot more there. I share a lot of pictures, you know, events that I went to, things that I did, things that I saw. You should look me up on Facebook. All right. I have a page that you can follow. It has more than 5,000 followers. You can follow, and I'm pretty active there on that page. So, you know, it's easier for me to share like pictures and stuff on there. So if you just follow me on Facebook, just look me up, Tausif Anam. Okay? You'll see a page with over 5,000, I think more than 5.6K followers. So you can, I do a lot of picture posting there. So you can stay in touch with me there in addition to staying connected with me on this channel. Okay, so let me go ahead with the next topic, which is a very important one. Michelle is saying, do you have X? Yes, I do have X. All you have to do is look up my name, Tausif Anam. Okay? Yeah, look me up on X, all right? Formerly known as Twitter. Yeah. Okay, Michelle gave up Facebook. All right, yeah, follow me on X. You can follow me on X. You can do that. Absolutely. I'm on X. All right, my friends. Reportedly, there are food service workers in the D.C. area, in the Washington, D.C. area, who are planning to refuse service to the members of the new Trump administration. I'm going to let you absorb that information for a few seconds. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Okay? Can you believe that? There are food service workers in the DC area who are planning to refuse service to the members of the new Trump administration. They are planning to create inconvenience for the Trump administration officials. How? Well, by taking longer time to bring food out to the table, okay, by refusing to serve. I mean, it is shocking. Okay? It is just shocking. Um, and I have some things to say about this, obviously, which is why I brought up this topic. And I want to hear your thoughts as well. Um, the food service industry. The food service industry is going to greatly benefit when the Trump administration comes in. The 47th president, Donald Trump, soon to be 47th president, Donald Trump has promised no tax on tips. Do you remember that? No tax on tips. This is what Donald Trump promised. And we know that when Trump makes a promise, he fulfills that promise. No tax on tips. Trump promised that. He's going to work hard to achieve that. No tax on tips. And so, if Trump is successful in fulfilling the promise that he made to the American people that there will be no tax on tips, then that is going to greatly help people who work in the hospitality industry, people who work in the food service industry. Trump is the leader who promised to eliminate tax on tips. And if tax on tips is eliminated, that would benefit the people working in the food service industry. So it is shocking that food service workers, not everyone, some are saying that they are going to refuse service to Trump administration officials. It is unbelievable. This is a president who is going to work hard to eliminate tax on tips. And eliminating tax on tips means if a food service worker gets tips, you get to keep it. No tax on it. No tax on tips. If somebody is working in the food service industry, if you are a server, and you are getting tips, there's tax on those tips. But Trump wants to eliminate tax on tips. And if he is successful, it is going to greatly help the food service industry. And so I don't understand why food service workers will say that they are going to refuse to serve Trump administration officials. Unbelievable. On the other hand, remember what the Democrats did. The Democrats tried to force social distancing and capacity limits in restaurants, leading to business losses. Left-wing politicians, during COVID, they tried to force social distancing and capacity limits in restaurants. And as a result, many restaurants faced tremendous losses. The Democrats supported reckless government spending, leading to inflation, which then raised the cost of doing business for many restaurants. And as a result, the restaurants were forced to raise prices on the menu. And when the restaurants raised prices on the menu, then many consumers, many customers stopped coming to the restaurants because people started to struggle and they said, no, we can't afford We can't afford to pay $16 for the burger that used to cost $12. All right? That's just an example. We have all experienced how prices went up during the Biden-Harris administration days, how prices went up. Okay? The portion sizes shrunk and prices went up. Not only did consumers pay more for the same, combination of burger and fries, not only were consumers paying more, but the portion sizes became smaller. So you were paying more but getting less food. You were paying more but getting less food. I mean, do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Have you experienced that? Have you experienced that? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Terry is saying, yes, that's exactly how it is. Yeah. Candy is saying yes. Bree is saying yes. Ken says agreed. Michelle says yes. We all remember those days. We all remember how prices went up and you got less food. Mickey is saying yes. Pearl is saying the same thing went on at the grocery stores. Exactly, Pearl. Exactly. And the biggest example is probably breakfast cereal. Breakfast cereal. When you paid $5 for a box of cereal, okay, during the Biden-Harris years, either the price went up, so for the same box of cereal, instead of $5, you were now paying $6 or $6.50 or $7, or you paid $5, but the box became smaller, so there were less contents in there. That is called shrinkflation. Shrinkflation. Michelle, exactly, Michelle, shrinkflation. Because you know what some businesses decided to do, they thought, it's very unpopular to raise prices. So we're going to keep the prices the same. So when people look at the menu, they see, oh, price didn't go up. It's, it's same. Now I'm back to a restaurant example. People thought, oh, it's, same price. Okay. The burger was $10 before, it's $10 now. But when you order the food, you see that the size of the burger is small. There are less fries. Okay. The patty is now thinner. Right? So very soon people realize that, hey, listen, yeah, they didn't raise the prices. It's the same $10 as before, but now I'm getting less food, which basically means the same thing. Price went up. This is what the Biden-Harris administration and the Democrats in Washington and their reckless spending did to the economy. Remember when the Democrats tried to shut down restaurants, tried to impose capacity limits, tried to impose their social distancing rules, okay? Remember, I mean, right here in Wisconsin, we saw that. In Wisconsin, we've had Like where I live, Dane County, in the city of Madison, we have left-wing politicians running the city. We have a Democrat governor, and we had a Democrat governor during COVID, the same governor we have now. Okay? Democrat local officials running the city, Democrat local officials running the county. And the Democrats, they tried to impose capacity limits, social distancing. Right here in Wisconsin, there were debates about what's an essential business, what's a non-essential business. Because that was a discussion during the COVID years. Like what's an essential business? What's a non-essential business? Because, essential businesses, you can stay open, non-essentials close. Really, every business is essential because it is essential for the business owner to run that business. If you are a business owner and you came up with the capital to invest, to start a business, to open a store, expecting customers, trying your best to provide the best quality products and services, that is an essential business for you. How can the local government or the state government decide what's essential, what's not? It's essential for the person whose business it is. If I open up a store and the government comes and says, "Oh, you gotta shut it down. It's not essential." "Oh, there's COVID. Shut it down. Don't open your business." The government has no right to tell a business owner to shut down the business, to close the doors. But that is what the Democrats did during COVID. And I saw that right here in Dane County, Wisconsin. And so, going back to the issue of the DC area food service workers saying that they're not going to serve Trump administration officials, well, people must remember what the Democrats did to the restaurant industry. Okay? Donald Trump is the president who is going to fight for no tax on tips. But the Democrats, during COVID, they tried to force social distancing, capacity limits, leading to business losses. And many restaurants struggled to stay in business. And many restaurants actually shut down. They just could not deal with the rising cost of businesses, rising prices of ingredients and raw materials that they need to run their business. Consumers, customers stopped coming because customers couldn't afford the higher prices at restaurants. Many customers decided to skip eating outside, and many restaurants closed as a result. In the last 4 years, many restaurants in America went out of business. So the Democrats and their policies have really hurt the American people and those in the food service industry. But some DC area food service workers don't seem to have the ability to see the truth. They don't seem to have the ability to understand what's right, what's wrong. They don't seem to have the ability to understand the facts. Okay? They are biased in their thoughts. They are wrong. They are wrong in understanding current affairs. They are wrong in understanding what's really happening in the country and around the world, they are wrong, they are wrong, they are wrong, which is why they're saying that they're gonna refuse service to Trump administration officials. If they could see the truth, then they would embrace the Trump presidency. They would embrace the incoming administration. Instead, they are opposing Trump. They are opposing his new administration. And they want to refuse. They want to refuse service to Trump administration officials. This is DC area food service workers. Not all, some. They are being vocal about their opposition to Trump, and they are saying they are going to refuse service to Trump administration officials. Guess what? Any restaurant that refuses to serve a Trump administration official must think about how that decision might impact their business going forward. If the word spreads, and the word can spread very fast, this is the day and age of social media. So if a DC area restaurant says, hey, we're not going to serve people who work for Trump, that information is going to spread very fast. This is the day and age of social media. People can take video clips. If a Trump administration official is in a restaurant and a server says, I'm not going to serve you, I'm not going to bring your food. I mean, and if somebody makes a video clip of that and it gets on social media, guess what's going to happen? It will damage that restaurant's reputation. So what's going to happen? How will that affect their business? Adverse effects. Adverse effects. Okay? People will likely boycott that restaurant. I mean, if I find out that there's a restaurant that doesn't want to serve Republican officials, I am not going to go to that restaurant. I just won't. And many other people will do the same. As soon as the word spreads that, hey, this restaurant refused to serve a Trump administration official, immediately, many people will just boycott that restaurant. They will not go there. They will not spend money. They will not do transactions at that restaurant. They are not going to take their business to that restaurant. It's not going to happen. People will stay away from that restaurant, and that will affect their business. Very simple. This is not rocket science. This is very simple. Okay? And people don't forget easily. People don't forget easily. You know, even in our daily life, I mean, keeping politics aside, totally just keep politics aside for a second. If you went to a restaurant where you received very poor service, or if the server was not nice, if the server was not friendly, if the food was served cold when it was supposed to be served warm or hot, if you waited for a really long time, an unreasonably long time for your food to be brought out to your table, people remember that kind of an experience and they stay away from going back there. This is what we do as human beings. If we know, hey, you know, I went to that restaurant, they greeted me as soon as I walked in, I was immediately seated, the server came out, the server was smiling, took our order, brought the food out. Everything was perfect. The temperature, whatever we ordered, we got. We had a great time. We left a great tip for the server. We're going to go back there again. This is very simple. This is consumer mindset. There are so many places in the DC area where you can go eat. If a particular restaurant decides that they are going to bring politics into the way they do their business, and they are going to not serve Trump administration officials, then guess what? Many other people will stay away from that restaurant, and it's going to hurt that restaurant's business. Very simple. Okay, very simple. This is not rocket science. This is simple logic. This is common sense. And as I said, people don't forget easily. And once a restaurant loses a customer, that customer is probably never going back. And there may be many others who do the same, not go back. So there's one other thing that I want people to understand. We must all understand that we, the Republicans, we are the majority. We are the majority. I know that the Democrats, for a while, they thought that they are the majority, even as Trump won the 2016 election, when Hillary lost. But the Democrats thought that they are the majority because they would get the popular vote. We would get electoral college vote. They would get popular vote. More votes. And they would think, oh, we're the majority. And that's why, people like Tim Walz, okay? Remember Tim Walz? Remember? You guys didn't forget Tim Walz, did you? The Tim Walz, okay, you may be wondering, Tassif, please remind us. Who's Tim Walz? So Tim Walz was Kamala's running mate on the losing ticket. Okay? Kamala and Tim Walz. So Tim Walz was the running mate of the losing ticket. Okay? Of the losing ticket. So there was a winning ticket, the Trump Vance ticket, and there was a losing ticket, which was the Kamala-Tim Walz ticket. So Tim Walz was Kamala's running mate. Okay? They both lost on the same ticket. All right, so hold on. So remember Tim Walz, he basically said that the presidency should be decided on popular vote. Because the Democrats, for quite a while, they have been under the assumption that they're going to win the popular vote no matter what. Okay, they took that for granted. So Tim Walz, during the campaign season, said, he expressed his support for the presidency to be decided by popular vote. And guess what? The people gave the popular vote to Trump. Not only the electoral college vote, but the popular vote. And now where is Tim Walz? Is Tim Walz going to come back and address that? Where is Tim Walz? One half of the losing ticket, Tim Walz. Where is Tim Walz? One half of the losing ticket is Kamala. The other half is Tim Walz. Presidential candidate, vice presidential candidate. Where is Tim Walz now? What is he going to say about the popular vote now? So My main point is these DC area workers, food service workers, if they think they are going to refuse service to Trump administration officials, they must understand that they are going against the majority. The Republicans are the majority. Donald Trump represents the majority. Donald Trump's administration represents the majority. So anyone who says, oh, I'm not going to serve the Trump administration officials, we're going to refuse service. Well, you are basically refusing the majority. You want to keep doing business. You want to make a profit. You want to stay in business. If you want your business to continue to be financially solvent, well, then serve everyone. Don't bring politics. I mean, if you want to bring politics, if you want to only serve Democrats, go right ahead and see how that works out for your business. Really, if somebody wants to do that experiment, go ahead. There are many restaurants in the DC area. If one doesn't serve Trump administration officials, there's going to be others that will gladly serve Trump administration officials. And really, you have to think about what it means to run a restaurant. Just going beyond the business aspect, okay? Just going beyond the business aspect, okay? So forget the commercial structure of, okay, somebody walks in, that person is seated, okay, food is served, then you bring the check out, the person pays, leaves a tip, walks out. That's like the financial arrangement there. That's a transaction. But you have to look beyond the transaction. If I walk into a restaurant and I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and there are multiple options and I decide, this is where I'm going to go. This is where I'm going to go. When I'm hungry and I need food, food is a basic necessity for survival. If you're a hungry person, okay, and you walk into a restaurant, it's something very special. Okay, if you think about it, if you think very deeply, you are basically trusting that restaurant to bring out the food to you, prepared in a hygienic way, in a clean environment, in a clean kitchen, served properly, making sure that the food is clean and that nothing's in the food that you could be allergic to. I mean, your health, you're basically putting your health in the hands of the chef, the cook, the server, right? If you really think about it. I walk into a restaurant and I tell them, hey, this is what I want, but just make sure that, there's no cross-contamination because I'm allergic to this, and this. And then they say, don't worry, we're gonna tell the kitchen, they're gonna make sure that there's no allergy or whatever the case may be. People look for gluten-free stuff, people have allergies, so on and so forth. But even if that's not an issue, you're walking into a restaurant expecting decent treatment, expecting to consume the food that's going to be served, that's going to help you, address your hunger and give you the energy to continue on with your life for the next few hours until your next meal. So it's very special if somebody, you're running a restaurant and every customer who walks in is trusting you, has faith in your ability to provide good service, good food. It's really special. And so I think it's extremely important for food service workers to take their jobs seriously. I know that in the larger economy, food service workers, they probably don't make a lot of money compared to some of the other professions, okay? But it's a very special job. Every customer who walks in, you have the ability to really have an impact on their day. So if you are a server and you treat somebody with respect, with care, with patience, and you don't know what that customer is going through. Maybe that customer's having a really bad day and walks in to have a meal. Your nice treatment, your smile, your kind words can really change the course of that person's day. A customer who's having a really bad day, a stressful day, but after a nice meal and a nice smile and kind treatment, that person can start feeling really great. And then if a happy person walks in and doesn't get attention, the food is bad, or whatever, it's just poor service, it can really ruin a person's day. I mean, I as a consumer, I certainly have experienced that. When you're happy, maybe it's a nice afternoon, and you walk into a restaurant, and you wait half an hour for the food, which should really take, because you ordered a simple sandwich, it should really come out in 10 minutes. And it's like half hour, you've been waiting, you're hungry, and they bring in the wrong order, you have to send it back, or whatever. Or the server just comes and leaves the food on the table, just in a very robotic fashion, doesn't smile, doesn't thank you, or is in a rush to get you the check so that you can pay and head out, so that they can seat the next person. I mean, we all have different experiences. So we remember all that. We remember all that. And, times are tough. I know things are going to get better when Trump comes to office, but things are still pretty challenging. I mean, gas price is still high because it's still the Biden-Harris administration that's in charge. Grocery prices are still high. And then we got drones in the sky. We don't know where these drones are from, who's operating these drones. I mean, there are so many things. We still got an open border. So people are still very, very stressed. And so food service workers can really have an impact on a person's day. You can either help a person feel great, or you can have a happy customer and your poor service can absolutely ruin that customer's day. So I know it's just a long, I'm just going on and on, but I really want people to understand that they should not bring politics into food service. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's bad. It's bad for business, and it's just bad for the profession. It is very, very bad for the profession. It's going to set a very bad example. If I have a restaurant, I don't own a restaurant, but let's say I've got a restaurant. I'm not going to care about who's walking in, what that person's race is, what that person's religion is, what that person's national origin is, what that person's political affiliation is, Trump supporter, Biden supporter, George Bush supporter, Obama supporter, whatever. Doesn't matter. If I own a restaurant and somebody walks in, I am going to do the best I can to provide them with the best possible experience, the best possible service, the best possible food. And if the service is not great, if they say, oh, we didn't like the food, I'll say, okay, what can I do to make it better? I can go remake the food. Or I'll give you a discount on the bill. Please come back. Maybe we'll fix it next time. You have to treat your customers right. Okay? So when I see food service workers reportedly saying that they are going to refuse service to Trump administration officials, this is bad for business, this is bad for the profession, and this is just bad for humanity, really. Okay? And let's see what happens. But I can tell you that there will be many restaurants in the DC area that will warmly welcome Trump administration officials. Okay? Trust me, there will be DC area restaurants and food service workers who are going to warmly welcome Trump administration officials. If you run a restaurant and you see, I don't know, any cabinet member walk in, or a senior administration official or a White House official walk in, you do your best to provide the best possible dining experience. Okay? Because the Trump administration officials, they are the ones who are going to be fighting to save our country. They are going to be under a lot of stress because what the Trump administration officials are walking into, it's not an easy job. Because the Biden-Harris administration is doing everything that they can to create the biggest mess possible in the economy. They have already done it. The economy is a complete mess. Our border is a complete mess. Now there are drones flying and the White House is not telling people what these drones are. So when the Trump administration walks in and it's their day one on the job, week one on the job, month one on the job, or whatever, just understand that these people are going to be working really hard to make America great again, to fix the problems caused by the Biden-Harris administration, and to take our country on a path towards peace and prosperity. So they have really tough jobs. The Trump administration officials are going to work really hard. They have really tough jobs. And if during a very busy day, they walk into your restaurant to order food, treat them nicely. Treat them with respect. Give them the best possible dining experience because they are fighters and they are going to be fighting on behalf of the American people. They are going to be fighting to make sure that our country is strong again. Do you agree with me, my friends? Let me know. I know I've said many things. I've said many things. Do you agree with me? Or you don't? Let me know. Michelle says, if I owned a restaurant, I would serve anyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Suzanne says, agree with you. Joshua says, agree. Bree says, agree. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. The poll question that I've asked today, and 226 people have already voted. The poll question is, do you think that restaurants should serve everyone regardless of customers' political affiliation? The options are yes, they should serve everyone, or no, they can refuse if they wish. And I'm so happy to see 81% of the people so far have said yes, they should serve everyone. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I know that this channel, this community that we have here, it's a community of wonderful people. And that's why I'm not surprised to see the poll results so far. 81% of the community members here have said, yes, they should serve everyone. Serve everyone. Okay? Gerlina, good to see you. Gerlina says you are correct. Thank you, Gerlina. Didi says, hello, Tassif. Hello, friends. Didi here. Hello, Didi. So good to see you. My friends, please subscribe if you have not done so already. Please subscribe. Please subscribe and stay connected. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. Every subscription matters. We are 1 hour and 31 minutes into the live stream. 7,400 people have watched this live stream so far. 7,400. I have still a lot more to talk about, so I will continue. Don't go anywhere. Make sure that you are subscribing if you have not done so already. Make sure you hit the like button. 79 likes so far on my end. I can see that. 21 more. 21 more to get to 100. It would be great if we can get to 100. Suzanne, what do you think? Can we get to 100? I think we can. With your support. I think we can get to 100. Freshly is here. Hi, Freshly. Good to see you. Suzanne says, we can do it, guys. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right. Okay. So, let's move on. Let's move on. It has been reported, my friends, that many Democrats, listen to this. Listen to what I'm saying. It has been reported that many Democrats plan to boycott Trump inauguration. Many Democrats plan to boycott Trump inauguration. Okay. All right, I'm reading some comments. This viewer named Plump. Okay, probably doesn't like my live streams. Probably doesn't like. Viewer named Plump. Okay, doesn't like this channel. You know what? As I always say, if you don't like watching my live stream, go watch cartoons, okay? I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you don't like my live streams, go watch a cartoon, or, better option, go watch the replays of Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris's campaign speeches. All right? I mean, those speeches, those videos are still available. Go watch John Kerry and Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton. Go watch their old campaign speeches. It's going to be a much better use of your time. Because, you know, if you have like rude comments here on this live stream, then you obviously don't like me or don't like my channel. Yeah, go watch John Kerry. Go watch John Kerry's campaign speeches, all right? Or Hillary's or Kamala's. Okay. I mean, really, okay, listen, I'm going to ask you. Uh, those who, okay, I'm asking my friends now. My friends, tell me, if somebody over here doesn't like this channel or has rude comments about me, what should they do instead? Should they go watch Hillary Clinton's campaign speeches, Kamala Harris's campaign speeches, or John Kerry's campaign speeches, or Al Gore's campaign speeches? Really, just provide some recommendation. Instead of watching my live stream, whose campaign speeches should they watch? Al Gore's, John Kerry's, Hillary Clinton's, or Kamala's? Really, I mean, just four options. Four options. Just tell me, which one do you think they should go watch? Anyone who doesn't like my channel, what should they watch instead? Joshua said Al Gore. Al Gore, the climate guy. All right, global warming guy, Al Gore. All right, Mr. Global Warming. Um, Ken says all of the above. Okay. All right. Pearl has a good idea. Keep watching. Maybe they'll wise up and learn something. That's great. That's great. Yeah, thank you. Ken says also watch the election results. Yeah. Yeah, watch the election results. Yeah. Yeah. Do the manual count of the electoral college, okay? Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Count till 312. All right. Okay. Anyway. Um, all right. Okay. So I was saying that many Democrats are planning to boycott Donald Trump's inauguration. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think? What do you have to say? Just share your comments in the live chat. Many Democrats planning to boycott Donald Trump's inauguration. They want to skip the ceremony, the inauguration ceremony, which I think is going to be the best inauguration ceremony ever. Freshly says, greatest political comeback of all time. Absolutely. Absolutely. It really is the greatest political comeback of all time. I agree with that. Um, so yeah, what are your thoughts about Democrats planning to boycott? Not every Democrat, but many Democrats planning to boycott the Trump inauguration. Okay, I'm reading your thoughts on this. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Joshua is saying how intolerant they are. Yeah. Yeah. So any Democrat that boycotts Trump inauguration, I mean, it's one thing if you have, you know, something else that day. Let's say there's like a family health issue or emergency or something else. There could be many reasons why somebody may not be able to attend an event, right? I mean, things happen in life. You are sick, or there's a health problem in the family, there's some other thing that prevents you from attending Trump's inauguration. That I understand. And that can happen to anyone, regardless of political affiliation. But to say that somebody is going to boycott Trump inauguration just because it's Trump inauguration, just because they don't like the president, that is so wrong. If you are an elected official, if you are a member of Congress, if you are a House member or a Senate member, if you are a U.S. representative or a U.S. senator, and you boycott, not miss. Missing is one thing. You miss an event, like you want to attend, but oh, something happened. I missed it, unfortunately. That's one thing. But if you choose to boycott as a member of the legislative branch of government, if you boycott a presidential inauguration just because you don't like the president who is going to be having the inauguration ceremony, that is the same as rejecting the will of the people. That is the same as rejecting the will of the people. As I said, Donald Trump got the electoral college vote. Donald Trump got the popular vote. And so any Democrat who says, oh, I'm not going to go to Trump's inauguration, I'm boycotting, well, you are basically rejecting the will of the American people. You are going against the majority. Reportedly, some Democrats will skip the ceremony. Why? To protest Trump. It's a form of protest, boycott. So I mean, think about what the Democrats did during the first Trump term. What the Democrats did during the first Trump term, they tried to put barriers for the Trump administration at every step. Barriers and obstacles and the Russia collusion, the witch hunt, the hoax. The Democrats, they tried to place barriers. They tried to place barriers at every step during the first Trump term in office. They basically disliked Trump so much that they forgot everything about bipartisanship. Bipartisanship is very important in Washington. It's very important. You may not like, if you are a member of Congress and the president is from the other party, you may disagree with that president, but you may also try to find common ground. Okay, what are the things that we have agreements on? Right? I mean, if you are an elected official in Washington, you may be a Democrat, you may be a Republican, you may be an independent, but you are there to represent your district, to represent your state. So you have to look for ways to work on important things. Okay? So you may have, if you are a Democrat, yes, you are not going to agree with the Republicans on many things, but there may be things that you agree on. Common sense, bipartisan legislation, bipartisan stuff that you can agree on and work on together. If you have a new president and the president is not from your party, but aren't you going to try to find a way to work with that president, to sit at the table and to discuss, areas of, common views and agreements? So what the Democrats did during the first Trump term is they just opposed Trump so much that they refused to work with Trump. They just completely tried to resist the Trump administration by placing as many barriers as they could. And we know what they did. Russia, Russia, Russia. Russia collusion, Russia hoax, witch hunt. And what the Democrats are trying to do now is the same thing that they did during the first Trump term, but it seems like their efforts might be on steroids this time. They might try even harder. The Democrats may try to resist Trump even more than the first term. Okay? They are gearing up to resist Trump and his administration even more intensely than they did during the first term. But the Democrats must understand that this Trump, it may be the same person, but this is a different Trump. This is a different Trump, a much stronger Trump, a much more wiser Trump, a much more experienced Trump. Trump has learned a lot in the last 8 years. He learned a lot. He faced many challenging situations. He dealt with a lot of, different problems that the Democrats threw at him. He became a stronger fighter than he was 8 years ago. Trump was a very strong fighter 8 years ago. Now he's stronger, much, much more stronger, exponentially more stronger than what he was 8 years ago. So if the Democrats think that they're going to come up with the same kind of strategies and techniques and try even harder, well, Trump is a much stronger fighter, a much more, exponentially more stronger. And so, no matter what the Democrats do, Trump's going to win because the American people stand with Trump. The American people stand with Trump. So the Democrats, some Democrats, they want to boycott Trump's inauguration. They want to boycott Trump's inauguration. Well, they can boycott Trump's inauguration, but by boycotting Trump's inauguration, they will be opposing the will of the people because the majority people of this country chose Trump, voted for Trump. Majority voters voted for Trump. Okay. Let's see some comments here. Okay. All right, let's see. All right. Okay, by the way, my friends, 273 votes in the poll that I'm conducting right now. The question is, do you think that restaurants should serve everyone regardless of customers' political affiliation? 81% have said yes, they should serve everyone. That is great. That is great. Thank you so much. Please vote in the poll if you have not done so already. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe, my friends. All right. More than 8,900 people have watched this live stream so far. More than 8,900 people. We are at 89 likes. 11 more likes will get us to 100. 11 more likes. Or is it 10 more? Suzanne says 10 more. Okay. Help us get to 100 likes. Okay, that'll be great. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow, 92 likes I can see here. Okay. Just a few more to get to 100. Just a few more to get to 100. This is great. Should I open up the live chat window for everyone, regardless of whether they are subscribers or not? What do you think? Should I open it up to everyone? Let me know what I should do. Suzanne says if you like. Okay. AC Cruz says yes. Okay, let me do it. I'm gonna open it up to everyone. Now it's open. Anyone can send a comment in the live chat. Okay, let's see if we get. Ken says yes, include everyone, brother Tassif. Yes, okay. I did. All right, let's see. We might see spam comments, but that's okay. We'll see some. All right. Okay, let me ask you, who here is watching this live stream but has not subscribed yet? You're just watching this live stream, but you have not subscribed. Please introduce yourself in the live chat. Just say, I'm not a subscriber. Okay? I don't think I've done that. I've asked that question before. So a viewer named Drill is saying me. Okay. Okay. I can't pronounce a lot of the names. PHY is saying I'm not a subscriber. Okay. All right. Ken says we're truly the inclusive ones, brother Tassif. All right. So who here is watching but is not a subscriber? please say not a subscriber, because the live chat is now open for anyone and everyone. So you don't have to be a subscriber in order to comment. So you can just comment without being a subscriber, although I would love it if you subscribed. But I'm just curious to see how many are not subscribers. All right. LL says not. Okay. All right, LL. You're not a subscriber. Why not? Why not? Can you tell me? Like, I'm really curious to know why. To those who are watching this but did not subscribe, why is it? Like, do you not subscribe to anyone at all? Or is it just this channel? Or is it something that I said? Or my political views? Or what? Yeah, I'm just hoping for some answers. If there are answers, great. If people don't want to answer, that's fine too. All right. Okay, I don't see answers. Okay. All right, I think what I'm going to do is move on to the next topic. Can we do that? All right. I'm going to move on to the next topic, maybe in a few seconds. Marjorie has a great question. Marjorie writes, another great question is, why do we subscribe? Why do we subscribe? Yeah, if you would just tell me, why is it that you have subscribed? What is it that made you subscribe? Those who have subscribed, those who are here, please share what made you subscribe. Okay, Digital says your beautiful hair. Okay, so you subscribe because of my hair. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's wonderful. Thank you. I don't know if it's a genuine comment or is it sarcasm or what, but I'll take that comment. Digital says your beautiful hair. All right, that's great. Personality says I sub because I like the fresh perspective and it's kind of calm. Okay, great. Okay. All right. Suzanne says, same political view, love Trump. Yes, we do love Trump. Absolutely. Okay. Ken said, I subscribed because I like the truth. This is so great, Ken. What a great reason to subscribe. Thank you, Ken. Tangerine's here. Hi, Tangerine. Thank you, Ken. Great answer. Suzanne writes TTTT. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. For those who don't know, TTTT stands for Tossif Tells the Truth. And our friend Swaggy, who's Colin from California, came up with that. And I don't know if Colin's still here. Colin, are you here? I didn't see Colin today. Swaggy. That's the screen name, Swaggy. Have you seen Swaggy today? Is Swaggy listening or no? Gerlina says TTTT. Tangerine says TTTT. Okay. Rachel said, too much winning, I subscribe. Thank you, Rachel. Uh, let's see. Suray says, because you interact with your audience by asking questions and your content is interesting and engaging. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Um, Marjorie says, I subscribe because I subscribe only to a handful of channels. I'm working on something and enjoy your easygoing nature. I enjoy your interaction with your viewers. Thank you so much. Pearl says, like viewpoints. Thank you. Tangerine says, love Tossif telling on the truth, no sugarcoating. Thank you. Oh, okay. Was there a question on genders? Hold on. I missed something here. Okay. Oh, okay. A viewer named Coach Hussein is asking, if Tossif tells the truth, can he tell us how many genders there are? Okay. I think the answer is pretty obvious, isn't it? How many genders there are? One and one, two. Does that make sense? Two. If anyone disagrees with me, just let me know. Okay? Yeah. Two genders. Okay. All right. A viewer is asking, personality is asking if I got the vaccine. You mean the COVID vaccine? I did not. I did not get the COVID vaccine. I did not get the COVID vaccine. No. No, I didn't get the COVID vaccine. By the way, we're so close. We're so close to 100 likes. Yeah. So the person who asked me that question, Coach Hussein, did I answer your question? Two genders there are? Did I answer that? I mean, you gotta acknowledge. You gotta say, Tossif, thanks for answering, just so I know that you heard it. Thomas is saying that I have not responded to your comments. Did I not respond to your comments? Let me see. Let me see, Thomas. Hold on. What comments did I not respond to? Let me take a look. Oh, okay. Thomas said, I'm subscribed, but I only watch your lives. I don't necessarily agree with all your political views, but I find you interesting and like your engagement with your audience. Well, thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting this channel. You don't have to agree with me 100%. That's okay. Disagreements are fine. So Thomas, see, I did respond to your comment, and I thank you for watching. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay, AC Cruz is saying, where is our One Texas? One Texas Minor, right? So One Texas Minor is Ron. Ron from Texas. Yeah, I haven't seen One Texas Minor today. Ron, are you here? Ron? Are you listening, Ron? Usually, One Texas Minor, who's Ron, he would, if he's here, he would comment, right? I haven't seen a comment from One Texas Minor today. Okay. Did we get to 100 likes? 100 likes? Wow. Thank you. Thanks to everyone who made it happen again. Oh, One Texas Minor is here. Okay. See, our friend Ron's here. Says, yes, in here. Yes, I'm here. I'm just laying back and enjoying the conversation and listening. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Our friend from Texas, One Texas Minor, Ron, is here. I have more to talk about. I'm just taking a little break. We are past 2 hours into the live stream. By the way, if you are watching this and you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, okay? Kalil, is it Kalil? Do I pronounce it correctly? Is it Kalil? Kalil says, tell me if I'm mispronouncing, or just tell us how to pronounce. Is it Kalil? Or should I just call you K? Okay. Oh, it's like Superman? Okay, you're not going to believe this, but I haven't watched Superman movies. I've watched Spider-Man movies, Batman movies, but not Superman movies. It's just it's not like I've got an issue. No, I just for whatever reason didn't get to watch Superman movies. I've watched Batman. I've watched Spider-Man. So how is it pronounced? Is it Kal-El or Kal-El? AC Cruz says, toss if you have to watch Superman. I will. I will watch it, AC Cruz. I will. I'll do it. Okay. So great question. Are we all Americans in here or someone listening from another country? So who's from outside the United States? Thomas, you said you're from a different country. What country are you from, Thomas? By the way, is our friend Michael Brown here today? Michael Brown? I haven't seen Michael Brown. Michael Brown is from Australia. Oh, Thomas, you are from New Zealand. That is great. New Zealand. New Zealand's a very nice country. And of course, our friend Suzanne is from Canada, Nova Scotia, Halifax, right? So Suzanne is watching from Canada, our neighbor to the north. All wonderful countries, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, great allies, okay? Um, yeah. And the alliance is about the people. Okay? So, you know, here's the thing. I mean, right now, you can see that Donald Trump, he said that he's going to impose tariffs on Canada if Canada doesn't help with securing the border, and Justin Trudeau flew to Florida to meet with Trump. So, I mean, governments will have issues and disagreements and things that they have to work on. But the real alliance is among the people, the Canadian people and the American people. Okay, regardless of who is in power. Okay, regardless of who is in power, what the governments disagree on, what kind of um, you know disagreements are taking place with regard to trade and tariffs and whatever, doesn't matter. The people are allies. The Canadian people and the American people are allies. Does it make sense? Because the administration will change. Okay? Right now we have the Biden-Harris administration, then the Trump administration is going to be coming in, and in the future there will be some other administration, whether Republican or Democrat. So, and then in Canada, the administration might change. So there may be disagreements among administrations in these two countries, but the people are allies, the general people. Okay? We love Canada, and I'm sure the Canadian people, they love the United States also. We want to be great neighbors. We are great neighbors. We want to be great neighbors. Obviously, when you look at the current affairs and the political issue, we expect more cooperation from Canada, which is why Donald Trump is going to be having those conversations. And Justin Trudeau, I thank Justin Trudeau for visiting the United States to talk to Trump, and I hope that these conversations will lead to greater cooperation between the two countries. But the love that the people have, the Canadian people and the American people, uh, the 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 great neighbors that we are, that will always continue to be. So, all right. Let's see. So yeah, whenever I mention about U.S. allies, I mention Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and the United Kingdom. Let's see. Suzanne says, I lived in Florida when I was little. Love U.S. Okay, yeah, there are issues with education system. So Suzanne, you lived in Florida for how long? I didn't know that. And where in Florida did you live? Okay, many years. All right. Suzanne lived in Indian Rocks Beach. Indian Rocks Beach in Florida. Okay. Mm, okay. I have to see where on the map Indian Rocks Beach is in Florida. Which part of Florida? I have to look it up. Let's see. So okay, it is close to Clearwater, right? It's close to Clearwater, Florida. Okay, I see that. close to St. Petersburg and Clearwater. Okay. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful part of Florida. All of Florida is beautiful. This viewer named More Fire. This viewer is a real pain because I remember this person's comments. Not friendly at all. Not friendly at all. Okay, I try to ignore this person uh, talking all nonsense. I don't know. Maybe I should block that person. Or maybe we just disregard. Okay, this viewer named More Fire can go on talking nonsense and we just disregard. That's even more fun, you know? I know I block some people, but I think it's even more fun if you if you just disregard them and they go on typing, they go on typing, they go on typing, and just disregard. Like, just like whatever the hell your comment. We're not paying attention. Okay, just go on typing. Good for your keyboard. Okay. All right. Yeah, lousy comments, nonsense stuff. What else can I say? Just go on typing, all right? Just put more comments in here. See if it makes any difference. All right? Thumbs down for you. More fire. Um, yeah, more fire. Where are your comments? Where are your comments? Where's your keyboard? Where's your keyboard? Malfunctioning or what? I don't see any comments from More Fire. Where's your keyboard? Keyboard gone? Okay. Gianna is here. Hi, Gianna. Hi, Gianna. Marjorie says, I really appreciate that you don't show anger. Yeah, I have dealt with so many people in my life, trust me, and I've been in politics for such a long time, for many years in politics, okay, still in politics. And really, I mean, just people will try to, say nonsense and bother you and try to intimidate you, but you can't react. Just let people say whatever they want. You focus on doing what you're here to do. And when I do these live streams, I have so many great friends, wonderful people who are tuning in, and we're having such great conversations. So I'm going to be focusing on that. I'm going to be focusing on the important things, the good things, rather than worrying about what kind of nonsense comments people like More Fire come up with. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, Freshly is saying, Tossif, what's the conservative book you shared with a few lives ago? So, okay, I promise that I will be publishing a list of 10 recommended books. I haven't done that. I will do that tomorrow. Okay, so it's coming. Well, it's already Sunday technically, so I'll do it later today. And so a conservative book that I recommended a few live streams ago. I recommended so many books. Which one is it? Which one is it? A conservative book. Which one? Okay. Okay. Um, which one did I recommend? You said a conservative book, not fiction, because I recommended Anton Chekhov's book, Anton Chekhov's short story, The Bet. The Bet. It's fiction. Um, is that the one? The Bet. Okay, Freshly saying you showed us Plato, Aristotle, and another one. Oh, okay. I know which one. Um, is it is it this one? Cicero, Republic and the Laws. Is it this one? Is that the one you're thinking? This one? Or some other book? Let me know. Is this the one you're thinking about? I had this for one of my political science courses, Cicero. I think it was a political theory class. I don't remember the name of the course, but it was political theory. There's one more book that is on my list of 10 recommended books, which I haven't published yet. I haven't published the list yet. But I will tell you right now, I don't think I mentioned this book before. This is one book that you must read. I strongly recommend this. Very interesting story. I told you how my mother told me the story of the bet when I was a little boy. She told me the story of the bet, and then she got me the book, which is really it's a combination. It's a collection of short stories. So this is Anton Chekhov, Peasants and Other Stories. So there are multiple stories in here in this book, including the bet. Okay, so I actually have marked the ones that I have read. Okay, I haven't read all of these stories, but I have read The Looking Glass, The Beggar, The Lottery Ticket, The Bet. So I've marked the ones that I've read. So it was my mother who told me the story of the bet, and then she gave me this book. And I'm going to tell you another very important, story from my life. So once again, my mother and I, we were at a Barnes and Noble. Okay, this was actually in the Milwaukee, Brookfield, Waukesha area. So let's see, our friend Rachel. Rachel, are you still here? Our friend Rachel, Journey to Justice. I only bring up Rachel's name because Rachel is from the Waukesha County area. So my mother and I, we were at this Barnes and Noble. I forget if it was Brookfield or it was Waukesha. Actually, I remember. I think it was Brookfield. I think it was Brookfield, Wisconsin, which is in Waukesha County. Anyway, it was in that Milwaukee, Waukesha County area. And so we were at this Barnes and Noble, and suddenly my mom saw this book, and she instantly picks up the book. She grabs the book from the shelf, and she hands it to me, and she says, "I'm buying this book for you." Okay? The name of the book is Love Your Enemies. Okay? So it was just like we're walking inside the Barnes and Noble. She picks up that book, and she says, she wants me to read this. Love Your Enemies by Arthur Brooks. Okay. Uh, Arthur Brooks. Please look it up. It's going to be in my list of 10 recommended books. It's going to be high up in my list. Okay. This is a must read book. Love Your Enemies by Arthur Brooks. And it gets even more interesting. It gets even more interesting. And I'm going to tell you more. I just have to look something up. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Just wait. Just wait, and I will. I'll tell you something more interesting. Okay. Let's see if I can find that post here. I gotta look it up. Give me 1 second. Advanced search. Okay. Okay. All right. I found it. So let me tell you what happened after that. So this was actually April of 2019, because I wanted to look up the exact timeline. This was April 2019 when my mother, handed this book to me. We were at that Barnes and Noble, and Love Your Enemies, that's the name of the book, written by Arthur Brooks. Okay? And then what happened is, so this was April of 2019. And then few months later, I got an invitation to an event at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Now, those of you know this, I'm sure you remember that I got my Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and then I got my Master of Public Affairs degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I still live in Madison. This is my home. So I got an invitation to attend an event on campus featuring Arthur Brooks. So the writer of the book, the author, Arthur Brooks, he came to Madison, Wisconsin. It was an event featuring Arthur Brooks, and the event was in October of 2019. So April of 2019 is when my mom gave me the book. And in October of 2019, I got an invitation to an event featuring Arthur Brooks. And so I attended the event, and I listened to an excellent speech by Arthur Brooks, and then I got to meet with him, shook his hand. And anyway, so I have a picture. I have a photo I took with Arthur Brooks, and then I posted that picture on Twitter. At the time, it was called Twitter. Now it's called X. I put that picture up on Twitter, and I wrote a post. I wrote, April 2019, Mom handed this book to me and suggested I read it thoroughly. I loved reading it and was very curious about the author. Okay? A few months ago, I found out that Dr. Arthur Brooks would be coming to Madison in October, I waited eagerly for the day so that I could meet him. So I put that post, um, and in that post I included two photos. One was my mom holding the book. It says "Love Your Enemies," Arthur Brooks. She was holding the book, and then the other picture I posted was me and Arthur Brooks. So I posted two of those pictures, and I wrote that post on Twitter, and I tagged Arthur Brooks, and he responded, and he said, "This is what Arthur Brooks wrote in response to my tweet." He wrote, "It was excellent meeting you. Thank you so much for coming to the event, reading the book, and thanks especially for fighting for a world with greater love and solidarity for all people." I'm going to read it again, what he wrote. He wrote, "It was excellent meeting you. Thank you so much for coming to the event, reading the book, and thanks especially for fighting for a world with greater love and solidarity for all people." So that is my story about how my mom chose that book for me. She said, "Read this, Love Your Enemies" by Arthur Brooks. And then I had the great opportunity to meet the author right here in Madison. He came to Madison. I got to meet him. And I posted that tweet with a picture of my mother holding the book, and then a picture of me and Arthur Brooks at the event. And then Arthur Brooks wrote such a kind response. So please read this, Love Your Enemies by Arthur Brooks. You got to read this. An amazing book. So if you ask me, like, okay, Tausif, what's your favorite, like, fiction, work of fiction and nonfiction? Fiction, I'll say The Bet. If you ask me, like, short story, I'll say The Bet. If you ask me, like, a novel size, like a full-size novel fiction, I'll say Waiting for the Barbarians by James Kadzia. Short story is The Bet by Anton Chekhov. These are my two favorite works of fiction. And then if you ask, like, nonfiction, what's your favorite? It's Love Your Enemies by Arthur Brooks. Truly amazing. Arthur Brooks, Love Your Enemies. If there's one book that you should read this holiday season, let me tell you, this is it. Arthur Brooks, Love Your Enemies. Okay? Great message from the author. Love and solidarity for all people. Especially now, as we are heading into the new year, okay, with optimism and hope. We got to read that book. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Love Your Enemies, book by Arthur Brooks. Please read it, okay? I wish I could summarize it for you. I can't. You just got to read the whole thing. It is truly amazing. I have the book. I don't know which shelf I put it on. Let's see. Okay, if I can find it, I'll show it to you. I'm trying to look and see if I can find the book. Yeah, no, it's probably over there. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it, okay? Can you see it? This is the book. Love Your Enemies, Arthur Brooks. Okay? Truly, truly amazing book. Truly great. I hope you all saw that. Okay. I think I missed a lot of comments. I see many comments here. I missed a lot of comments. Evelyn, welcome, Evelyn. Heidi Smith, good to see you, Heidi. Who else is here? Who did I miss greeting? Nick. Hi, Nick. Okay. All right. I'm trying to catch up with the comment section here. All right. Anyway. So yeah, read this book. I'm going to publish tomorrow. Not tomorrow. It's already Sunday. Today, later today, in the morning or afternoon, I'm going to publish a list of my top 10 recommended books. So this is going to be on there. This is going to be on there. Evelyn says, toss if I just got done with another 18-hour shift. It's midnight here and have to be back at 6 a.m. Just wanted to stop in and show my support. Well, thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate you being here. Now, Evelyn, remind us. Now, Evelyn, you are in Texas, right? And you work in the medical profession. Is that correct? You work in the medical profession, right? Evelyn, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. But I remember you said you are in Texas, right? Texas? You're a nurse? Okay. Well, thank you, Evelyn. Thank you. We really appreciate those who work in the medical profession, especially in a clinical setting. If you are a doctor, you're a nurse, you are a medical assistant, really, we appreciate it. We really appreciate it. We need we need a very strong healthcare system. I know our healthcare system has a lot of challenges, but really it's about the insurance and financing and all that where the problems are. But when you talk about the commitment, the dedication of the doctors and the nurses, we are truly, truly blessed. I can speak from my personal experience. The doctors and the nurses that I have met, that I have seen, most of them are so wonderful people. Okay, they are really there to help others. To help those who are in need of medical attention, and they do such excellent job. By the way, in Wisconsin, we're very fortunate to have an overall great healthcare system. Okay, especially in Madison. Madison has really great hospitals and clinics and health systems. So my experience has been truly great so far. As a healthcare policy analyst, I know all about the problems that we have in the healthcare system. When you look at financing, when you look at medical literacy, when you look at long-term care, when you look at um, you know public insurance, private insurance, coordination of coverage, and all coordination of benefits, there are many issues. But what I can tell you confidently is that the doctors and the nurses, most of them, they are great people. It's a noble profession. Okay, you're helping those who need medical attention, and it's not just about treating people when they are unwell. It's also about promoting a healthy lifestyle. It's about promoting good diet. It's about promoting, um, you know, uh, more exercise, more activity. So really, I really appreciate those who work in the medical field. I am a healthcare policy analyst by training. I don't have clinical experience. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. But I'm a healthcare policy analyst by training. That's what I studied in school. I studied public affairs, public policy, focusing on healthcare policy, and I really appreciate those who work in the medical profession. Okay. Um, so yeah, just wanted to say that. So Evelyn, thank you so much for being here, and get some rest. Thanks for doing what you do, and hopefully you'll come back and watch the next live stream. Okay. Okay, so let's see, what comments did I miss? Seems like there's some conversation here about what gender. Let me catch up here. Okay. Yeah, I think I missed a lot of the comments here, but I'll let you continue with your discussion here. I do have uh, let's see. I do have another topic to discuss. Obviously, um, daylight saving time. I don't know if I should start that discussion or should I wait. I think somebody asked me a question. Thomas, was it, right? Or who was it who asked me about gender? And I said two genders. Who was it? I forgot. I answered that question. Hmm. All right. So daylight saving time. Um, I have been talking about it for a long time. For a long time. I have been talking about it for a long time, and let me tell you. Let me actually point some things out here. So, give me 1 second. I'm going to look up my published opinions. So it was back in it was back in 2019. I wrote a letter to the editor that was published in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. I wrote a letter to the editor which was published in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. This was November of 2019, before COVID. November of 2019, I wrote that. And the title was Time Change Causes Problems. And so obviously, I wrote about daylight savings time I wrote about how every year we have to set our clocks an hour ahead in the spring and back an hour in the fall because of this whole daylight saving time business, okay? And I said in that letter to the editor, I wrote, this artificial manipulation of time is harmful for human health. I wrote that. And, I'm not going to read the whole letter, but I wrote, society must look at the harmful effects of daylight saving time, especially with regard to the difficulties faced by the growing population of elderly individuals. We should consider discontinuing it. So I wrote in support of maintaining the same time throughout the year and not jump back and forth. Okay? This was November of 2019 when my letter to the editor was published in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. And then the following year, in March of 2020, I wrote another letter to the editor. This time it was published in the Washington Times. It was published in the Washington Times, and the title of this letter to the editor was Retire Daylight Savings. I just said it, retire daylight savings. Okay? And in that letter, I wrote, our bodies are meant to follow nature. Twice a year, the adjustments due to daylight saving time disrupt our circadian rhythm, thus harming our bodies. And I also wrote that according to research, changing the time can cause confusion and depression in both young people and those who are elderly. And basically I said that we should just not do this whole daylight saving thing. Okay? So at the end of the letter, I wrote, daylight saving time serves no useful purpose in today's world. It is time to retire this system and to follow the natural daily, monthly, and yearly cycles. Okay? So I have been talking about this for years. That we need to retire daylight saving. We need to retire daylight saving. Just maintain the same time throughout the year. And I personally support standard time. I know some people have said, well, why can't we switch to daylight saving time and keep daylight saving time throughout the year? No, I support standard time. And I know some of my friends have disagreed with me on this. That's okay. Some people like daylight saving time throughout the year. I say let's just stick to standard time throughout the year. That's what I support. Standard time throughout the year. And now I'm happy to see that Donald Trump said that the Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight saving time. Okay? I just love that message. Donald Trump said the Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight saving time. Okay? So I'm very happy. I'm very happy that Donald Trump is supporting standard time. And I hope that we can make a permanent decision to just stay on standard time. I know some people out there, they support daylight saving. I get that. I understand it. But I prefer. People out there support daylight saving time. Okay? There are some people out there who support daylight saving time. They want to make daylight saving time permanent. I support making standard time permanent. So no spring forward, no fallback. Just have standard time throughout the year. Okay, so that's just my view. And you can let me know your thoughts. As I have said, I have some friends who want to see daylight saving time as permanent, and I disagree with them. They disagree with me. I support standard time throughout the year. No changing clocks. No changing clocks. No changing clocks. Okay. Wendy is saying, whichever one we have in the summertime is the one I like. Well, in the summertime, you have daylight saving time. I support the time that we have right now, which is standard time. Okay, so Wendy, if you like the time that you have during summertime, that's daylight saving. But I support standard time. Because I feel that, the explanation is long, but I'll just give you in a nutshell. I feel like the standard time is the one that puts us on the same page as like the rest of the world. Okay, I mean, daylight saving time is it's like an artificial jump forward and then a fallback. So that's why I think standard time should be the standard. Wendy is asking, which one does Arizona have? Okay, so who's here from Arizona? Can anyone tell us which one Arizona has? Is our friend AC Cruz still here? I know AC Cruz is from Arizona. AC Cruz, which one does Arizona have? Let's see. Johnny likes my jacket. Thank you, Johnny. What do we have in Arizona? AC Cruz says mountain time. So is that like standard? Is that standard? Or is it daylight saving? That's not daylight saving, right? No. Okay, let me look it up. Arizona is on Mountain Standard Time. I'm just looking it up. Arizona is on Mountain Standard Time. Arizona does not have daylight saving time. Arizona does not have daylight saving time. Arizona is on permanent standard time, and that is what I support for the rest of the country. So if you are on Eastern time, you stay on Eastern Standard Time. If you are on Pacific time, you stay on Pacific Standard Time. If you are in the Central Time Zone, you stay on Central Standard Time. Arizona is Mountain Standard Time, so I support Standard Time. Okay. All right. So, okay, some of you are asking me to do a poll. I think I already did a poll on that. I don't remember what the result was. It was probably a while back. But I don't want to start another poll today just because there's already one poll that's running that has received 361 votes. Because I'm almost at the end of my live stream, I don't want to start a poll now and not get enough responses, because I think to get a really good sense of what people support, we need to have a couple of hundred responses. So we may not get that if I start a new poll now. Like the poll that I started today got more than 360 votes. So what I might do is in a future live stream, maybe the next live stream, I'm going to do a poll on that. I know I did some poll pertaining to daylight saving time. I just don't remember what that question was exactly, so I will have to look it up. But I don't want to start another poll now. Okay? I don't want to start another poll now, but I'll do it. So whenever I do that poll, I'll start it at the beginning of the live stream so people have enough time to respond. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, my friends, we are getting close to the 3-hour time mark. I'm going to wrap up the live stream, but I want to hear from you. If you have not voted in the poll yet, please vote, and I will write down the results. Give me 1 second here. So I asked a poll question, which is, do you think that restaurants should, hold on. Do you think that restaurants should serve everyone regardless of political affiliation? The choices are yes, they should serve everyone, or no, can refuse if they wish. Okay? And so I'm going to end the poll. Two 368 votes in. 77% said yes, they should serve everyone. 22% said no, can refuse if they wish. Okay. All right. I see some really nasty comments in the live chat. I mean, are you seeing that? Some really nasty comments in the live chat. This viewer named the dream with an E in the end. What kind of dream is that? What kind of dream is a dream with an E in the end? I thought dream ends with an M. I thought, I mean, really, I mean, listen, I did not participate in the spelling bee, but I know how to spell, but it says the dream with an E. I mean, oh my God, what kind of dream is that? Is that like a sweet dream, or is that like a nightmare? If you got a dream with an E in the end. Really? Yeah, really. I mean, listen, you got to learn how to spell. You got to learn how to spell. If you write a dream with an E in the end, that's a wrong spelling. That's a wrong spelling. What kind of dream is that? Anyway, so this viewer named the dream with an E is like writing some writing. Don't talk about our politics. Go back to your country. Really, I mean, such comments just make me laugh. Such comments just make me laugh. Who else is here? Okay. Anyway, yeah, we gotta disregard. We gotta disregard the nasty comments, right? You know, we have, so all those people, and it's a small percentage, all those people who are saying nasty stuff, who are saying rude things, they are being unkind and they are being harsh. We got to pray for them. We have to pray for all those people who are rude, who are unkind. We have to pray to God so that God gives them, God, gives them some wisdom. Okay, gives them some, bestows some kindness in their hearts, right? All those people who are like saying nasty stuff, we will have to pray for them so that they can become more kind, so that they can become um, you know um, uh, more civilized, actually. Okay, because some of the comments are just really, I mean, uncivilized. Okay, some of the comments are like, we live in this great civilization where people have to be nice to each other, people have to treat each other with respect, and it seems like, you know these rude comments are coming from somewhere outside this civilization, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to pray for them. Okay, I know they are here cursing us and saying nasty stuff, saying things like "go back to your country," and all I'm gonna say is, God, please show these people the truth. Show these people the truth. Put some kindness in their hearts. Give them patience. Put some love in their hearts, and just help them become better people. Help them become better individuals. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean, do you agree with me? We have to pray for these people. Do you agree? Do you agree? We have to pray for them, right? Or not? I think we have to pray for them so that they can become um, they can become better individuals. Sylvia says, in agreement with you. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you so very much. We are 3 hours into the live stream. There's one thing I gotta tell you. Uh, there's one thing I gotta tell you. Um, uh, all the haters, here, for practical reasons, all the haters are actually helping this channel. Okay, they're coming here. They're like typing all these negative comments, but you're actually helping this channel. Your participation is actually helping this channel. Okay, so as much as the haters may hate me, but they are here participating in the live chat, and they're helping this channel in a way. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how that works, right? it's pretty cool how that works. Suzanne says, we love tossing. Well, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. It is because of all the love and all the support that I get from my wonderful friends in this community that I get to continue doing these live streams. Okay? Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you for all the support, for all the love. I appreciate that so very much. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Thank you. So, my friends, we are past the 3-hour time mark. I'm going to wrap up this live stream. It is 1:37 a.m. in the Central Time Zone. Cherise, good to see you. Cherise, thank you for being here. All right. Frank says, pray for me. I just got out of the hospital. Well, Frank, we will pray for you. We will pray for you. You just got out of the hospital. Well, we pray for your good health, Frank. We pray for your good health. Absolutely. We do. Everyone, let's keep Frank in our prayers. Okay? And also, let's keep AC Cruz and her husband in our prayers. Okay? So we're going to be praying for Frank, and we're going to be praying for AC Cruz and her husband. Okay? And, I believe in the power of prayer, so we have to pray. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's pray for AC Cruz and her husband, and let's pray for Frank. Okay. All right, my friends. Thank you so very much for tuning in for another live stream. I truly had a wonderful 3 hours. I know we talked about some really serious issues. We talked about the ongoing drone sightings. We talked about the DC restaurants and how some food service workers are planning to, not serve, not provide service to Trump administration officials. We talked about the Democrats and how some Democrat elected officials, they plan to boycott Donald Trump's inauguration. We talked about daylight saving time and how Donald Trump now supports eliminating daylight saving time and keeping the country on standard time throughout the year, which I strongly support. I support standard time throughout the year. So we talked about important issues, and thank you for continuing to participate in these discussion in the live chat. To those who subscribed to my channel today, thank you all. Those who liked this video, 119 likes, I can see. Thank you so very much, my friends. Thank you for all your love and support and words of encouragement. That's the reason why I continue to do these live streams. And please help this community grow. Please help us reach more people. So like this video, subscribe if you haven't, share this video, and ask your friends, family members, and your neighbors to visit this channel and to participate in the live stream. Okay? And to participate in the conversation. So my friends, thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. We got way more than 100 likes today, 119 from what I can see. So thank you so very much, everyone who's here. Suzanne is writing TTTT. Thank you so much. Freshly is writing TTTT. Tosif tells the truth. Thank you all. Thank you all for your confidence and for your support. So with that, my friends, I'm going to end this live stream. I will be back with more videos and more live streams. And there are many things that we have to discuss. So we will continue our conversation. So thank you so very much for your participation, my friends. So may God bless you all. May God bless our President-elect Donald J. Trump. May God bless the incoming Trump administration. And may God bless the United States of America. And may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. All over the world, my friends. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful night. And I will be back again soon with more videos and more live streams. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, my friends. Thank you.